You are an absolute idiot if you're surprised Carmelo Anthony got found guilty of first-degree murder. Did y'all honestly in y'all head look at this pool of jurors and thought he had a chance? These are the people deciding his fate, and y'all thought these people were gonna find him not guilty? White woman in her 40s, white man in his 40s, white man in his 30s, white woman in her 30s, white woman in her 30s, white man in his 50s and 60s, Asian woman in her 50s. I'll be real, I'll take a jury of all white men and women in their 30s before I take an Asian woman in her 50s, homie. Yo, Carmelo, listen, this to me, it's over with, bruh. Over with, man. Go down the line. White, Asian woman again in her 40s, Hispanic or Indian man in his 40s, Middle Eastern woman wearing a head covering in her 60s. The minorities they picked to represent Carmelo Anthony might as well just been an all-white jury pool. Carmelo Anthony would probably have stood a better chance if it was all white. The most conservative white person you know can only dream of being as conservative as an immigrant in their 50s and 60s. The 50 and 60-year-old Asian and Indian women and men on that jury box probably grasped for air and held their chest when they was told Carmelo Anthony, a black kid, stabbed and killed that white boy. He stabbed and killed that good white man. Oh, they was ready to give Carmelo Anthony the death penalty there. I can almost guarantee the white folks probably protected Carmelo Anthony. If you would have put Carmelo Anthony and his fate in a room full of 60-year-old Asian women, 50-year-old Indian women and men, 40 to 50-year-old Hispanic traditionals, man, Carmelo would have gotten a death penalty, bruh. Straight up. He made out good in my book, man. All right? Based on the circumstance. Now, we could talk about what I would have given him, but it doesn't really matter. Based on his circumstance and what he was being held up against, he made out good, man. All right, walk down to 35, come out in 17 on parole, come out at about 37, 38 years old, you straight.
After Carmelo Anthony was found guilty of murder, the judge moved directly into the penalty phase. Carmelo's mom took the stand asking the court for mercy on her son. In Texas, when it comes to murder, there is a wide range of how long someone's prison sentence could be. It is between 5 and 99 years. Today, jurors not only decided that Anthony was guilty of murder, but they also determined his sentence, 35 years in prison. He's now 19. He'll be in his mid-50s when he gets out.
I went back and forth on this case so much. I read everything. I looked at everything available. And ultimately, I came to the conclusion I wouldn't have convicted him of first-degree murder. Just wouldn't have. And what really flipped me, to be honest, because I'll be real, I was kind of in the middle. I really wasn't on the super pro Carmelo Anthony side. I wasn't on the super anti-Carmelo Anthony. I was kind of in the middle. But what really flipped me was the language of Austin Metcalf did not have the authority to move or kick Carmelo Anthony from under the tent. And the reason why that's important to me is because Austin Metcalf put his hands on Carmelo Anthony. And if he didn't have the authority to move Carmelo Anthony from out of that tent, then there needs to be some leeway for how Carmelo Anthony reacted. Carmelo Anthony is what, 5'6", 130 pounds. Austin Metcalf is what, 6'2", they said, 215, 230. What could Carmelo Anthony have done physically to prevent himself from being violated and assaulted by Austin Metcalf? Austin Metcalf had already put his hands on Carmelo Anthony. What could Carmelo Anthony have done physically to stop him from further assaulting him? Not much and nothing. The knife was low-key his only defense he had. So I could not convict this man of first-degree murder if Austin Metcalf didn't have the authority to move him. If Austin Metcalf thought that Carmelo Anthony was under the tent and he didn't want him there, go get authority. Go get a coach. Go get somebody with authority. But you took it in your own hands to put hands on this kid and move him yourself, and the kid got assaulted. He got assaulted first, and he reacted how he reacted. Now, in the case of Carmelo Anthony, now, obviously, you can't think ahead, and you probably did not know that if you would have swung this knife, he would have died. But if you're Carmelo Anthony, bro, you looking at this like, son, you are murdering somebody in a tent with all of his friends as eyewitness. How do you think that's going to play out, man? All of Austin Metcalf's friends, all his friends were the eyewitnesses. You think they not talking to each other? You think they not figuring out what they're going to say? You think the prosecutors ain't sitting with them to walk them through what they should come on that stand and say? You think they would have came and said anything that would have went against Austin Metcalf and give Carmelo Anthony some leeway? Absolutely not. I'm 100% sure we don't know the full story that took place under that tent. Because Carmelo Anthony took Austin Metcalf's life in front of all of his friends, and his friends were the eyewitness. If God forbid, something ever happened to me or something ever happened to my friend, if something ever happens to my friend and I'm the eyewitness, you know what? I'm coming on that stand and saying what I gotta say to make sure the person who murdered my friend go to jail for life. F all that, bruh, right? Like if Austin Metcalf was under that tent telling Carmelo Anthony, I'm gonna F you up. You're not gonna say that on that stand. You're gonna say, no, like he was telling Carmelo Anthony to move and he was getting frustrated, but it wasn't that violent. He didn't, like threaten him. Of course you're gonna say that. So he stood no chance. The jurors, he stood no chance with the jurors. And the eyewitnesses, he stood no chance with the eyewitnesses. Because in that town they're in, Carmelo Anthony is literally the boogeyman of that little like friend group and circle. Carmelo Anthony, homie, who he has multiple pictures with, came to trial and said, man, we're not that close of a friend, because he understands the repercussions in his social circles. And there's no coincidence that every eyewitness who took the stand, they were using language that teenagers ain't using, bruh. They was using language voluntarily. Oh, I don't think it was proportionate force to what Austin Metcalf gave. A 17-year-old ain't just thinking about like bro, like what 17-year-olds commentating the stand and without being asked, they just threw out there, oh, it was not like proportional force. I definitely don't think it's self-defense because the proportion of the force, excuse me, they were being coached, obviously, by the prosecutors. And that's the prosecutor's job is to coach them, but still, right? Yeah, but the kid stood no chance. Now, black people are really, really, really angry about this. Now, they're taken to the streets, they're marching, they're protesting, and they're even calling for violence, which I'm not an advocate of. I disavow all calls for violence. Violence or going out and hurting innocent people, to me, is not the answer. However, it's very few people who are doing this. It's very fringe. However, because these people want to label black people as violent or as the boogeyman, they're taking individual people who are like psychos and calling for violence. They're now trying to take this and say, this is the general sentiment of black people all across America, and it's not, right? The average black person isn't calling for white folks to get harmed because of this Carmelo Anthony situation.
Page, the lady's son that got all the time for killing the white boy, the football player, the white boy. I want to let you know something, sister. I'm one of them gonna set this off. And your son gonna be free. And every other gonna be free out that cage from these kill us all day and get away with killing us like we don't mean nothing to the world when we is the power to this. We the guys and goddesses around this. I don't know about no other sorry ass around this talking and protesting, time to start whooping they ass. And I'm setting that off today. No, I'm setting that off today. It better not be a white better not say nothing today wrong. I'm gonna slap this. I swear to God on my I'm setting this off. You white and start getting beat on. And I'm gonna be the first. I don't give you in the ghetto. You say the word, I'm knocking your. You better not say no N word. It better be brother out your mouth. I wouldn't give a you a white his ass KKK, a normal white slapping your ass. And if you got a problem with the saying, you can go and let's put it down. We can throw down. Because we come in them sundown towns, we tearing them up. And we ain't playing, dog. We got a force that's unreckoned with. I'm sick of you Azamites, man. Y'all wake up, think y'all gonna keep doing this to my people. Ah, bitch. That ain't how the game go. The game go like this. Beating on your ass. President, government, all you on my land. Y'all can suck my pull up and I'm shooting. I'm sick of y'all now. Y'all gotta go. Y'all ain't to this planet. Y'all gotta go. I hate you.
COINTELPRO, CIA. He's a CIA agent. Off the bat, you can tell he's a CIA agent. It's not even, at this point, y'all gotta start making whoever y'all send in, bruh, a little bit more believable, man. When you hear niggas like this start talking, man, keep them away, bruh. You better not join in. Ain't no nonsense or tomfoolery he got going on, bro. You gonna be in jail. These the dudes they send, right, to act like fake revolutionaries, to act fake militant, to ingratiate themselves in a neighborhood, and all they coming to do, bruh, is to write down the names of them folks who is collabing and conspiring with him, and your names is now in like an FBI database. You now on a terrorist list. You now on a watch list. You can't travel no more. You on a no-fly list. They coming to get you, Cutter. Stay away from people like that. They are COINTELPRO. They are CIA agents. They are informants, yo. They're not even making the informants even. Bruh, I haven't seen somebody rock a Philly hat in a minute, bruh. That man is dressing like how he think a militant should dress. Man, cut it out, bro. We not buying that, bro. But we're not dumb enough to fall for that, man. At all. They getting creative with these agents, bro. I seen another CIA agent. He is recording himself going around slapping random like white folks.
Hey, wasn't you on jury selection?
No, he wasn't. Man. No, he wasn't. Seriously. He wasn't.
He was on jury selection.
No, he's a vet, dude. He's a vet. He's a vet. He ain't been on jury selection.
I ain't worried about that. You gonna die.
Quit, dude.
You on jury? Wasn't you on jury?
He wasn't. He wasn't.
You on jury selection?
He wasn't.
You was on jury selection?
No, he wasn't.
Oh.
No, he wasn't.
Not for Anthony. Not for Carmelo Anthony. Oh. All right, my beat. I thought you was on jurisdiction for Car.
Now apologize to him, dude.
My beat. Man, what? The fuck?
That's not cool, bro. And I left his Instagram handle in that edit because I want people to find who this is. I want people to hold this man accountable. Call the police, get him locked up. This is not cool, bro. It's just not cool at all, man. Bro, that's somebody's like father. That's somebody's brother. That's somebody's uncle, bro. Yo, that's a man who has nothing to do with this situation at all. At all. You just going around victimizing random people, and regardless of their race, it's not cool, it's not funny, it's not sweet at all, bruh. You're evil, you're despicable, you lack humanity, right? Like, you're no brother of us, man. You are an evil human being if you're going out and doing something like this. Like, why? There's nothing funny about that, bruh. Yo, my heart broke for that person, bruh. You don't know what somebody is going through. You don't know where somebody is at in their life. That could have been him at his lowest. That could have been his last straw. He could have been having the worst day, and that happened to him. He said, all right, bro, I'm done, man. That could have been somebody's last straw, and you took it in your hands to do that to somebody, what, for some likes? Nah, that's not cool, bro. But people like this, they're CIA agents, they're informants, they're COINTELPRO, right? They're being sent out to make us look even worse. It's simple as that, bro. Right? People like this are being used as propaganda and messaging for white supremacists. See, I told y'all, black people don't like y'all. Rise up, right? Like, people see this, and the white supremacist pages like Libs of TikTok and others, they take it and they post it everywhere to paint this message that we're violent and we're coming after them. And they're trying to use this to start a war. Let's not start a war, bro. Let's not support people like this at all. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, okay? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here, somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, or here, or here, somewhere on my screen, to find out how Floyd Mayweather just got exposed. His situation is horrifying. It's worse than we thought, all right? I'm going to see you guys in this Floyd Mayweather video. Send me a hype below if you really want to show support. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.